Well, apparently, I've bought another motorcycle with a stigma attached to it. Hey everyone, it's Stoney and I hope you're doing well. Taking a Sunday afternoon ride up to, I just got on the parkway here at Fancy Gap, and I'm going to ride the parkway over to Meadows of Dan. So I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you very much for clicking on my channel. I really do appreciate it. So, the internet, it can be a pretty ugly place sometimes. And if you're going to do vlogs and put content out there, you have to be aware of the negative comments and the trolls, which it just comes with the territory. So when I bought this NT 1100 with the DCT, I bought it for a particular reason. I bought it for the DCT transmission. I've been through this, several times. I've got arthritis in my hands. It just makes riding much more enjoyable. But apparently there are other motorcyclists out there who do not think that the DCT is a motorcycle. And I really chuckle at it. What brought this up is I've had a few people leave some pretty negative comments on why anybody would buy a DCT. It's not really a motorcycle. It's just a big old scooter. Yeah, it is a big old scooter. There's no doubt about it. And that's fine. But I usually will delete the negative comments. I just don't have time for that stuff, and I don't really care what someone else thinks. It's my money. I buy what I want, and you should do likewise. You should do the same. Write what you want. But I had one comment. The guy was really bent out of shape, and I did delete it. I had about 4. I kept one on there from a fella. And that was, he also said that Honda should not make DCT motorcycles. And I respectfully asked him why. And he said, well, I'm not going to call out his name either. I don't want to embarrass him. But he said, well, if people keep buying them, that's all they're going to make. Well, I guess he's got a good point, and I told him that. You got a point. Honda's going to sell what people buy. And I read somewhere where the DCT motorcycles in the NT 1100 are, I think they're about 70% of units sold are DCT bikes. Now here in the States, you can only get a DCT. You can't get a manual transmission. So the guy just said, anybody who rides a DC bike doesn't deserve to ride a motorcycle. That's a pretty strong comment. And I didn't answer him. I just deleted it. I'm not going to get into a keyboard battle with people. It's just not my personality. I just delete their comment and go about my day. It doesn't really bother me. So, yeah, I've seen a lot of comments on other channels that I watch, the folks that have NT 1100s, and they'll always get a random comment, well, that's not really a motorcycle because it doesn't have a manual transmission. Why would anybody buy one? It takes the joy out of riding. This motorcycle is a lot of fun. I just came up Fancy Gap Mountain just a few minutes ago, and I stopped back at Fancy Gap and got a bottle of water. But man, this bike, it's a hoot. So it hasn't taken the fun out of riding for me. Actually, it's added to the enjoyment. Because now I don't have to worry about shifting, I don't have to worry about my hand cramping up, and I don't have to concentrate as much on the clutch and shifting. So yeah, I'm not much of a man because I ride a DCT automatic transmission bike. Now, to add injury to insult, I'm used to people trashing my motorcycle because I also ride a 2020 Sportster Iron 883, and we all know Sportsters, according to most people, are girls' bikes. Which I don't know what makes a girl's bike, and I just saw a lady ride by the convenience store I was at a while ago. She was on a really nice Harley Heritage. So I didn't know motorcycles, you had to be gender specific to ride them. That's a new one on me. So, and I'm saying all this tongue-in-cheek because I truly don't care what anybody thinks about what I ride. It just doesn't matter to me. I just think it's kind of funny that other people who ride want to put someone else's bike down. And I would probably bet that most of these people who talk bad about other people's rides probably don't even have a motorcycle. That would be my guess. So, but that's okay. That stuff doesn't bother me. Man, I'll tell you what, this little piece of the parkway right here is just so nice. I just look out through there at those beautiful views of the mountains. It took me about an hour and a half to get up here. Volunteer Gap, 2,672 feet. You know, if you are a motorcyclist and if you ride and you put someone else's bike down, well, shame on you. You shouldn't do that. Because my take on riding is this. First of all, we should all ride what we enjoy riding, what we can afford, and what makes us happy. That's important. Secondly, as riders, motorcycle riders, we're all in this together. You know, there's not that many of us. It's dwindling every year. I read statistics where motorcycle sales are down, fewer people are buying bikes, fewer people are riding, and that's not good for our sport. So we ought to support each other as riders, no matter what you ride. And we need to try to get more people involved in riding. So, yeah, I own 2 motorcycles that, according to some folks, aren't really motorcycles, and I really didn't know that. Not that it would have mattered. I love both my bikes. So my question is to my fellow NT 1100 owners, you folks that ride these wonderful motorcycles, has anyone commented on your bike not being a real motorcycle? And what was your reply? So I hope everybody's doing well. I'm going to, I'm not too far from Meadows of Dan. Stop and get a cup of coffee, and hopefully there's some, I haven't seen many bikes out today, and you know, the weather is broke. It's been so hot here that it's just been too hot for me to ride. It's been miserable, and it's just so nice to get a break from the weather. This is perfect riding weather, in my opinion, and I hate to see summer be over, but I'm really tired of the constant 90, 95 degree weather that we've been having. So thanks again for watching, everyone. I really appreciate everybody for taking the time to watch my videos and comment. I really appreciate comments. Thank you very much. I gotta pull over. This truck's on my butt. Well, here we are, Meadows of Dan, and a few motorcycles out today. And I'm going to get a coffee here at my favorite coffee place. All right. Neutral. Brake. Kickstand. Off. Let's get some coffee.